Okay, everyone, let's get started. Thank you very much. This is this week's Sunday Keep It Pro training call. It's an international call. It happens every Sunday, and it's brought to you free by Networking Wisdom. This is a call that will have a huge impact on your life. In anyone who is in direct sales or in network marketing. It's designed to teach you the specific skills to get to the top of your company as well as life. So thank you for joining. And I am here today. My name is Tavarozzi. I am out of Chicago, Illinois, and I am super, super excited and honored to introduce our host tonight. She is a former flight attendant. She's an incredible woman. She's 28 years old. She is a mom and a wife, but this little boy that she is a mother to is just a gorgeous little boy. And she is a multiple six-figure annual income earner in network marketing. She absolutely loves to help people, and she is a beautiful soul. So I would like to introduce Rachel Kaye to the call, please.
Excellent. Thank you, Anna, for the kind introduction. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Excellent. All right. Well, thank you so much. I definitely appreciate that. And yes, just like Anna said, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Rachel Kaye, and I am 28 years old. I'm actually currently still a flight attendant, but on maternity leave because my husband and we just had our very first baby boy, Malachi, just 7 months ago. And man, does the time go by fast. So I am a mom, I am a wife, and a year and a half ago, I am a flight attendant, and a year and a half ago, my husband and we were introduced to our current company here in this beautiful profession of network marketing, and it changed our lives forever. So our current company, we were actually introduced by my husband's college friend, and that college buddy put us on the phone with another man that I'm going to share more detail with you today. And that gentleman is actually the creator of this call that I really am honored and privileged to be able to be the host for you today and share some exciting things that I think will definitely help serve you regardless of what your profession, because this is the Keep It Pro training call brought to you every Sunday by the number 16 income earner in this profession, Romacio Fulcher. He is a multi-millionaire documented earner in this profession and in his previous profession as well. And he brings this to us as professionals rising up the ranks and up the ladder for free. And for that, I am definitely grateful on his Networking Wisdom platform here. So I'm definitely very humbled to be able to share with you some things that are personal experiences, but that also the gentleman Romacio Fulcher, who puts on this call, has taught me. And I will share with you that first and foremost, I won't share it with you anything on this call today that I have not learned from personal experience myself, or that these experts that you get to hear from as well today have also experienced. So you're getting real information that is definitely valuable. So I'm excited to get right into this call. The theme of this call today is the value of having the right sponsor. So we're specifically going to talk about your sponsor as it relates to joining in with a network marketing opportunity and your company. And this is a little bit different than mentorship. So I definitely want to make sure I am clarifying that. But this is a huge topic, and I want to help you understand why. So first, before we begin, and I have an exciting surprise for you here, but first I'm going to debunk some of the myths and really set expectations of what your physical sponsor is responsible for. Because like I said in the beginning, my husband and I in our current company that has brought us to multiple annual six-figure income earnings, Our personal sponsor was his college buddy. This is who sponsored us, who gifted us the gift of the vehicle that we have that changed our lives. And for that, I'm forever grateful. But then we recognized that this was a winning recipe, and we said, hey, who's the real big dog around here? And we had him get us connected with what we call our internal sponsor today, who has really taken us under his wing and showed us the ropes of what it takes to have success in this profession. And that gentleman is none other than Romacio Fulcher, number 16 earner in the entire world. So mentorship is definitely, or sponsor mentorship is definitely a dual relationship, so I'm going to cover that as well. But second, today we have an expert panelist group that, I'm excited to share with you, because you have a wide variety of expert panelists that you're going to get to hear from in just a little bit. I'm going to break down for you who these experts are, and we're going to do it panelist style, as if you are imagine yourself at an event, and these panelists are on stage, and I get to ask them the burning questions that may be in all of your pockets as what it really means to have the right sponsor when you join in your opportunity. So I'm excited for you to hear from them. And first, I'll share with you just a few things, and then I definitely want you to get into the meat here and hear from them. And I will introduce them in just a moment. So everyone wants to know this answer. This is a burning question that we get a lot, whether you have just sponsored somebody yourself, or you are looking to sponsor someone. What is your sponsor, or you have been sponsored by someone, what is your sponsor responsible for? That is the biggest question that really, the answer to that, if you've sponsored someone or they have sponsored you, truthfully, what your sponsor into your opportunity is responsible for is absolutely nothing. And that might not be the answer that you want to hear, but in my opinion, and some may disagree, but I will tell you my story again, and I want to keep going back to that, of our personal sponsor versus my internal sponsor here in my current opportunity. And I believe, in my opinion, that your sponsor is responsible for nothing if they have shared with you this gift of network marketing, this vehicle that allows you to actually create both time freedom, financial freedom, leveraged income, residual income, all of the benefits of what this amazing profession does. If they have brought to you the gift of the vehicle, in my opinion, they have served you and they have done their job. Because one of the things that you don't want to think is that if you have someone who's brand new that introduced you to this profession, I don't want you to think that they're responsible for your success. Because some of us, have sponsors that have done just that, just introduced us to what this is. It may be your friend. It may be, it may be your neighbor. It may be your college buddy. But they're not responsible for you deciding and choosing to become great in network marketing. So I definitely want to debunk that myth of setting the expectations really of what your physical sponsor is responsible for. That it's not up to them to build your business. My husband and I, in our business, we've built both legs of business. Our entire organization we built out because we decided and made that decision that we wanted to become professionals. So that is one of the biggest things. Your personal sponsor is not responsible for your success. And I don't want you to think that if you do have a, horrible sponsor, let's say they just signed you up and left you out and they don't even return your phone calls, that you can't do it. Again, if you make a decision, if you choose to become great, there are so many resources. This call alone has benefited thousands of people coming up the ladder with a free mentorship training call. So I definitely want to focus, however, today and highlight what we believe is the shorter route, that if you do value having the right sponsor to mentor you, that there are some key things that I'm going to give you today that you can look for in having and finding what the right sponsor should possess. So, and again, I want to be very sensitive because I don't want to definitely step on any toes here, but I'm fully aware that not everybody has the right sponsor. And this is the beauty of network marketing. Typically, that's how it works. You can be introduced by your broke friend, They're like, I'm broke, you're broke, let's do this thing. Let's get rich together, right? And, sign up with me. Let's roll. Let's do it together. We'll figure it out. Typically, that's how someone can get involved. It's just, and I say that loosely, friends helping friends. That's normal. So they actually don't owe you anything. And the principles of leadership and what to look for in your sponsor, the basic principles of what it takes to build your business, you can't charge that against your friend who signed you up, right? Because they may have just started yesterday and they got you involved today, okay? So it doesn't change on the basic principles of building just because your friend signed you up. And what that means is that really your friend, your sponsor physically into the business can only teach you what they know. If they are broke and they're trying to get out of it, I applaud them. I definitely do. That was my husband and I. We were broke. We did not know the way. We were making about $3,000 a month as a flight attendant myself, my husband as a personal trainer, and we were the broke friends that were signing up our friends at one point, okay? So the basic mechanics, however, they don't change in network marketing, and your friend or sponsor, they don't know what they don't know. However, the right sponsor can make a huge difference in your success in this business, in a person's morale, the success, the whole journey. It could be completely changed if you have the right sponsor. So I want to talk about really quickly what worked for myself and my husband, and then we're going to get into the panelists here of some nuggets that you can take away that specifically for real people that have had success in network marketing, what their sponsor meant for them. And then we're going to cover what to look for after hearing from them in finding the right sponsor, okay? So I'm excited here. So what I want to do, again, we're here. We've got a stage of panelists. We have 3 panelists today. And the very first panelist that we have, his name is Saul, Kaye. So I wanted to share with you, and then I'll let them all talk on here. So Saul, Kaye, our first expert panelist, he is 44 years old, and he started his network marketing business, this profession, just 4 years ago. So if you're on this call and you are 40 and you think it's too late to start into another business, he did it, he's done it, and he's winning in it. So he started just 4 years ago, and he is a professional traveling musician for years. He was looking for, searching, seeking a way that he could be home with his family. He has a beautiful family with 2 little ones, And in a short time here in his journey, just 4 years in network marketing, he's built organizations of over 17,000 people. He's reached high ranks in his company in record time. To date, has earned over $500,000 in gross income. Wow! In just 4 years. And he is very passionate. He has a huge heart for helping people get paid so they too can be home with their family. So he was featured on Business for Home as a president in his current company, and a president actually brings in $250,000 in sales in a week in his company. So he is one of the top 10 earners in North America in his current company. And, man, he loves helping people transform their lives. So can we give a warm welcome to Saul Kaye as a panelist? Are you there, Saul?
I'm here, Rachel. Can you hear me?
Yes. Thank you so much for being here today.
Happy to be on the call.
Absolutely. We're excited to have – we got some questions that we are excited to hear what you have to say. So our second panelist is Anna Tavarozzi. She is I'm excited. She was actually your host today, and she is also a panelist here. This woman's got energy. She has run a home-based business successfully for several years, but she's also a single mom of five teenagers. Unbelievable. And successfully raising professional young teenagers who are just amazing. She definitely also has a big heart for having an impact on the world and helping people. She's moving up. She rose to the upper ranks in her company also in record time, and definitely attributes her success and timing to the timing of her company and the sponsorship, the mentorship that she's received. She also believes the simple, duplicatable system is what is key to help others. And then she's also a former business owner of a $1 million company as well, as a working representative in preventative health care at a corporate level. She lives in Chicago, and she definitely has a big burning desire to help others succeed. So I'm truly excited to invite Anna to the call as well, so she can share her passion and vision and share with you what it takes, what it means to have the right sponsor. So Anna, welcome as a panelist.
Thank you, Rachel. I'm so excited to be here and to share. This is one of my favorite topics. Love it.
Glad to have you. Okay, and then ladies and gentlemen, thirdly, we have our final and my most favorite, and I say this with love to the other panelists, but my most favorite story of Meredith. She is a physical therapist, and I absolutely love that she's a panelist today on this call and was asked to be a panelist because of her story. She is also a single mom. Anna, by the way, is 51. She looks like she's about 25. She looks like she could be one of her teenagers, so I wanted to share that in there. Anna's 51, Saul is 44, and Meredith is 40 here, and I am 28. We're your panelists, but Meredith is also a single mom, a physical therapist, and she was absolutely terrified to do network marketing and has always, if you struggle with the feelings of not enough, I don't know if I have the ability to be a leader, and she has made quantum leaps in this profession to overcome those fears and step out of her comfort zone so she can be the best example for her little daughter, who is unbelievable. She's just raising a first-class little girl who's a leader, who is a driver. That girl she's got funk. And they are just a great team together, actually. So Meredith, highest amount that she made $2,700 over in just 3 weeks in her current company in a 3-week period of time. So she's absolutely killing it. And so Meredith, I'd like you to welcome Meredith, ladies and gentlemen, to the call. Are you there, Meredith?
Hey, Rachel, I'm here. Thank you. I'm so honored to be invited on this call.
Awesome. Welcome. Okay, so let's get right into it. We have got some burning questions for you today. So we're going to begin with Saul first, and then we're just going to go through panelist style. You'll pass the mic to Anna, and then Anna, you'll pass the mic to Meredith. So my first question for you is, as it relates to having the right sponsor, we just want to know all that you can share about your personal sponsor. How do you feel about your sponsor? And anything that you can tell us about your sponsor as it relates to, I want to know all the details about your sponsor. Are they exactly the same as you? Do you look like your sponsor? Is the person physically, do they look like you? Do they act like you? Is their style the same as you? So just tell us, as it relates to your sponsor, what can you share us and how you personally, on a personal note, feel about your sponsor, Saul?
Okay, thanks, Rachel. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right, great. Well, first of all, thanks for that amazing introduction. I am sitting here with my 2 kids, Elijah and Bela, and we have the babysitter of Toy Story helping us out. So if you hear some noise in the background, that's what's going on. Definitely my hat's off to the single moms. Yes, there we go. Okay, so I'm going to go for a little walk. So here's the story. I'll tell you a quick story. Okay, my very first sponsor of network marketing, when I started February 3rd, 2014, here is a great story for all of you, okay? So this is someone that I joined because he had a website. It was like the lazy person's guide to MLM or something, and I was thinking, well, what's the least amount of effort that I can do to get involved? And one second, and then we'll walk. And I joined this guy, and 3 weeks later, not only did he quit the company I was with, but he quit the entire profession of network marketing and went on to make a living blogging about how terrible it is. So for any of you that think you have a bad sponsor, I don't know if it could possibly get any worse than that. And so just for anyone that thinks you have to have a sponsor to carry on, it's just not true, as Rachel said. That person introduced me to this profession and basically dropped me off at the pool, I like to say. And I was like, okay, well, he left and said that the profession is terrible. What am I going to do? Are my dreams bigger than my excuses? And my answer was unequivocally yes. So I knew that I had to just figure it out. And so if you have someone that introduced you to the business and then abandoned ship or jumped ship or did whatever, it's okay. Either you're going to find a way or find an excuse. So that's my story about my very first sponsor in brief, and hopefully that was interesting to somebody. But I always go back to that because everyone's like, no, if only I had the right sponsor, I'd be great. It's only this. All that's just excuses. If your company is open and they're shipping products and paying you, you got all you need, okay? Fast forward to my current Romacio Fulcher, the pioneer of this call. First of all, no, he does not look like me, sound like me, or act like me at all. We're about as polar opposite in terms of personality expression as you can get. But, I don't know who I heard this from the other day. It's like you could try to be like your role models and your heroes, and you will end up being disingenuous to yourself. But if you take their essence, their energy essence, and funnel it into your own personality, then you can take the best of all the greats. And so, no, I'm a Jewish white man. Romacio's African-American Christian. He's got about 20 more pounds of muscle than I do. He's very loud, very outspoken, very, has to be up front of the stage. Even though me being a performer, my how I express myself is just a lot more subtle and toned down. So we're very, very different. But I will tell you that in the few companies I've been with, most of my sponsors had no idea what they were doing. And I didn't know that until I met Romacio, because this is someone that not only had massive results before he even met me, but once he met me and joined his current company, his results 10x'd. And I knew that was going to happen based on his past. So I could go on and on, but I want to just maybe sum up the very first part of my answer by saying, if you are shopping around looking for someone to join, I always would want to join someone that has bigger results than me and who has maybe some skill set that I don't have. And it doesn't necessarily have to be company specific. If someone is in a company and has what you need, then the company and the products, in my opinion, are second to the mentorship that comes with the right sponsor. So that is my short answer, Rachel. And I will pass the mic to the lovely Anna Tavarozzi.
Thank you, Saul. Thank you, thank you. So it's funny that you asked me about my sponsor, because although I signed up with a friend, I just absolutely knew the value of mentorship, and I realized that I needed to seek out someone who had what I wanted. And I definitely recognized the value of having a mentor, and I knew that the blind leading the blind was going nowhere, because the person that introduced me, like Rachel said, you know, they were new as well. So although I did join with my friend, I reached up to get the wisdom and guidance that I felt I could get, you know, that could get me to where I wanted to go, you know, and I knew I needed an experienced person to lead the way. For me, you know, my friend and sponsor didn't have that, and they knew that as well. So I say this to you all because I want you to know that it's possible to join that person who introduced you to it, but still get the leadership that you need. And you know, like in Rachel's case, you know, you might not have someone who's even, or Saul's case, who's even doing the business, you know. And so you can still be successful, and, you know, you can find someone that has ability to help you both move forward, you know, to get, you know, basically together with them, and it's a win-win. So I have what I call, like Rachel said, an internal sponsor who's also my mentor. It's Romacio Fulcher, and he definitely does not look like me. Does he act like me? I feel like he might act like my internal self. You may not see it on the outside, but, you know, we do have a lot in common. And, you know, it's funny because the first time that I actually saw him on a Facebook Live, I thought, wow, this guy's crazy, but I kind of like him. So that's you know, how I knew of him. And he not only helped me get to the upper ranks of my current company with his wisdom and guidance, but he's also changed my life in many other areas as well. And because of his wisdom that he shares with not only me, but everyone who will listen, and the internal love he has for people, I can fully relate to that. And, you know, that's what's changed my life. I don't like to say he's really inspired or motivated me, although he did in a way. But better than that, he has shared his mindset and a thought process and also tools on how to be successful in this industry. And even better than that, he showed me. He got out there and he's doing it, you know. So this made it very easy for me to follow the leader and apply that knowledge into my own life and take action to make the change for the better and have success. So I absolutely love him. I love having a mentor like him. And again, you know, having him also act as my sponsor has changed everything for me. And I'm going to pass this along to Meredith.
All right. Thank you, Anna. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can
Okay,
hear you.
good. Okay. It's interesting, Rachel, that you know me so well, because that's exactly how I was when I started. When Romacio is also my sponsor. I definitely have a different story than everybody else on this call. I was with another company, but just because I love the product. I didn't understand the business of network marketing. I didn't understand how wonderful it was. I was actually ready to tap out, and I randomly met him on an elevator, not even knowing who he was. But with him as my sponsor, before I met him, and just like Rachel said, I had no belief in myself more than the industry. I was more ignorant of the industry, but I didn't feel like I was deserving of success or, a nice car. Where I was is where I was going to be, and I didn't have big dreams. I didn't open my eyes and have big goals. And for me, I don't have the huge financial success story that everybody likes to hear. But actually, I feel what I've gotten out of this so far is more valuable than the finances. And it's the personal growth. So over the year that Romacio has sponsored me, no, he looks nothing like me. No one would even understand why we hang out together. I'm attracted to his energy, like Anna said, and really what happened, why I went ahead and joined his company, was because he took the time to get to know me. And even though he's so different, he had to actually slow down a little bit and learn about me so that we could be compatible. And I think that's one of the hugest things when you're looking for a mentor, or if you are a mentor coming up and learning how to be one, you want to take the time to connect with the person you're sponsoring and understand. So he has a knack for being able to adapt to every personality out there. And most importantly, he can see where you are in your journey at that time. And for me, the reason why I'm still in this industry, I'm just chugging along here, and I am growing a lot. I'm on the personal development program with compensation plan attached to it for sure. But the reason why is because he never pushed me. He knew where I was. He knows that I can do it. But I didn't have a belief in the beginning. And so he gave me space, and he never called me up and said, hey, you said you were going to get those 40 people. Why don't you have them yet? And when I'm ready to run, he is right there with me. And so I think that's really important to not lose connection with your people you're sponsoring, and to always care. And that's why I'm still here. And just like Anna said, something really important to me is that he has created belief in me through his actions, not his words. I was lucky enough to have a front seat in watching him get a vision of joining the company that he is in, making plans, taking massive action, and just staying focused on his goals. And as a sponsor, what happens is some people will get pulled down by the people that are not working. And what he does is he's motivated to go ahead and lead by example to prove that they can do it too. And that's actually exactly what happened. It took me a year of watching him to actually realize that he's just a normal person and anybody can do this. And so that's when I started actually digging in and getting things done. So yes, I have respect, I have trust. The reason why I follow him today is because of the trust factor, and I know he only has the heart to help. I would never speak on an international call because I'm so nervous if it wasn't he asking me to do so. So I hope that helps somebody, whether you're becoming a mentor or you are being sponsored, looking for a mentor. Those are the things that I think are really important, connection for sure.
Wow. Saul, Anna, and Meredith, ladies and gentlemen, I hope that you are taking notes or go back and replay this and listen to that over and over again. There's so many golden nuggets that unbelievable. Your sponsor, they can turn into a bad sponsor and turn into a professional, network marketing bad blogger, like Saul's initial first sponsor into the profession. But he said, no, I'm going to keep pursuing, pressing on, and that's not going to stop me from being the best that I can be in this profession, and has went on to make multiple six figures. He said, take their energy and essence. It doesn't matter what they look like, if they are the same religion as you. They're polar opposites, the two of them, but he takes the energy and the essence. And Anna, it doesn't matter if you join with your friend. Just go to the one who has the bigger results than you. And that is something to look for when shopping around as well. And then Meredith, it was his belief and his pull that really helped her grow of his vision of going all out. So I want to actually stay there and really dig deeper into that on how Meredith said it's helped her to stay in the network marketing profession while she knew that she's had a lot of growth to do. So panelists, my next question is, how did it help you stay in network marketing, having and finding a sponsor who was all out in the vision and running maybe much faster than you? So how did that help your personal belief and growth in your business, in your individual journey? Saul.
Okay, thanks. Let me make sure I understand the question. How did it help my personal belief having someone that was going all out and running faster than me? Is that pretty much it?
Definitely. And how has that helped you currently stay in the network marketing?
Yeah, well, you know, the truth about having a network marketing organization, even if it's just you and your dog, is that your team will only do about a 10th to a 20th of whatever you do. And I've learned that as, you know, a team of none and a team of many. And so having, you know, Romacio just take, you know, massive action seems like an understatement. And, you know, gargantuan, heroic action, I think is probably a better descriptor. I think he signed up 200 people. Inspired me to sign up 110, which is not normal in the profession. But it raised my standard to the point where I go to a GoPro event and I'm like, oh, this is what normal people do? I guess I'm not living in the, you know, normal is not average around here. I hope that makes sense. Meaning, when you're around people whose baseline of activity is way higher than what is expected, then your expectations of what's possible will go up. And your expectations of yourself and your belief level goes up. And being around someone whose belief is all in and whose actions are all in 100%, it just raised, let's say you were at a 50%, it raises you to a 75 or an 80, and even sometimes 100 when you are at that. It's, you know, and not everyone stays at 100% all the time, but being around someone that's 100, or as Eric Thomas, who I saw today, says 120, if you're around someone who's 120, you're going to go up to 90 every single time. And so being around someone at the top of their field and top of their game automatically brings you up. It's like when, you know, I think I was on a tennis team in high school. You always want to play people that are better than you because it raises your standard. And any time in your life you can get around experts and masters in a profession that are at the top of their game, you know, like if you were a basketball player and you could be around, you know, Kobe Bryant or someone else that I can't think of the top of my head, Michael Jordan at the top of his game, your game is going to go up. And so having someone that was just playing all out, but not only playing all out, and I'll wrap up here in a second, but revealing themselves in the process, like seeing it from the beginning and being on late night calls where he talked about what he was going through, what he had to deal with, what he had to fight through to get to that next level, and literally seeing it unfold is so powerful and so rare in life that someone will not only demonstrate it, but be transparent and vulnerable enough to reveal themselves in the process, and thereby allowing you to see yourself in the story. So with that, I'll pass to Anna.
Wonderful. Thanks, Saul. Yes, I I feel the same way. Let me repeat the question. So how did it help you stay in network marketing by having a sponsor go all out? To me, that just equaled success. It made me want to listen. It made me want to move. He knew what he was doing. He was confident. He had it together. And, you know, for me, it really helped me to see the value in moving fast in this industry to create team momentum, because I was inspired and motivated and took action because I watched him do that. But it did many other things, okay, because he got my attention. So it helped me understand the value of honoring and following the tasks assigned by him. Like Saul said, you know, the late night calls, really going through the process as he was doing it is incredible to watch. You know, it also helped me understand the value of letting go and trusting in the people who have been there and done that, right? He had done it before. In my current company, he hadn't done it then, but I watched it happen. It was amazing to watch someone actually start from the ground and take it up to the top. You know, it helped me understand the value in believing more, believing in myself, right? Everybody needs to do that. I know that. Every single person on this call can believe in themselves more. It helped me understand the value that money or rank doesn't define your growth. I was growing like crazy. I mean, I'm watching this guy take it to the top all out, and all I had to do was listen, and the same thing was happening to me at a lower level, okay? You know, success comes in many forms, and I learned the value in helping to truly serve others. Honestly, he, at the same time that he was doing it, he was serving us. And when you can serve others, you can change the lives of so many. If you serve with a purpose and not for yourself, then you will truly find success in all of your life, honestly. I mean, I watched it happen, and I was part of it. I found the value in just believing in someone, even if they didn't believe in themselves. So I had a team that I was gaining daily because of all this action, and I just believed in them. I didn't really know what I was doing either. I'm learning from him. But I believed in them, and that right there, you guys, can change so many lives. If you just believe in your people and they know you believe in them, they'll take action. And the value of opening yourself up to allowing others to help and teach you, I mean, that's huge. You if you can do that, you can change your life. You know, I was always a business owner and a manager, so I never let go. It was hard until I met him, and that's the truth. Like, I understood, like, oh, if I want to go further in life, I need to let go and listen. And also the value of writing out a plan of action. You know, although it was a quick plan of action, it was a plan of action, and I'd never really done that in my life, so that's huge. And the tremendous value of a planned out daily routine. I mean, if you can start your day that's already planned for you, you know, that you can get so much more done. I witnessed it and I did it. And also the value of not motivating someone by dragging them along, but instead by, like I said before, just being a do-it-first person. And that's what my mentor was and my sponsor, because he was definitely a do-it-first person, which made me want to take action as well. And I've learned that, you know, serving others leaves a positive, lasting impact on my own life. You know, forget their life, which is also impacting them. But Romacio just serves. He just serves. And to have a mentor that just serves taught me to just serve others. And that in itself has absolutely changed my life, and I'm sure it's changed others. So I'll pass it along to Meredith.
All right, awesome. So I kind of already talked about it, but I'll say it again. So the value of him going all out, again, I wasn't a take action person, especially in the beginning, because I didn't have the belief, and I had a lot of self-doubt. So It was perfect timing. I said I was there before he even started with his current company. I watched everything from the beginning. And just like Anna said, he had a clear vision. I've learned all the tools to be successful. Have a clear vision, make a plan of action, have backup plan of actions when those don't work out so you don't fall behind. Take massive action and stay focused, and don't let the little things bring you down. Just like they said, he was really authentic about everything that he was going through, and it made him seem more real, which he is. And it seemed like I could do that. That's good. And also, again, sitting back a little bit for a while, I got to see him, how he developed other leaders who had no experience, just like me. Again, building my belief and seeing these just regular people win and getting really nice cars and making money and changing my mindset of, well, why can't I? Why don't I have that? There's no problem with me having that. Just like, it was an honor to watch Seville and Rachel Coe get mentored by Romacio because, again, Rachel had no experience in network marketing, and Seville had some, but not huge financial success. And they allowed themselves to be 100% coachable. They shut down everything else, and they knew they had a good mentor who understood them and understood how to teach them where to go, and they could learn from his previous mistakes and failures to get to the top faster. And it has been an honor to watch them grow how they have. And as far as I understand, they have brought in more recruits in a short amount of time than some of the top leaders of other companies, which is just amazing. And so they are inspiration. Romacio is inspiration. And over the time that he was running hard, I saw him develop so many people. Again, I have the belief in myself. And like Anna said, I believe that I could share my beliefs with my team. And that carries a lot. So I guess that's
wow. All right. Wow. Again, thank you, Meredith, Anna, and Saul. Just to recap that, and then I'm going to wrap it up here with one final question that may be funny to the panelists here, but I think it's a good one. And this is going to be a short question here. But just to recap, wow, the value that you're getting on this call right now from real people in the profession, all age ranges, 50, 44, 40, 28, and different backgrounds on the value of having the right sponsor. Saul, I loved what he said. You have to have a transparent mentor. You have to have a transparent sponsor, somebody who's going to tell you the truth, tell it like it is. And his sponsor, Romacio, standard was so high, he just tried to keep up and got his butt kicked virtually, signed up 100+ people. Wow. Because his sponsor went out all the way out and signed up 200 and then looked up, wow, I'm the top of the game pretty much in the profession as it relates to what the masses do. Find the sponsor that is going to raise your standard, that theirs is so high you're forced to raise yours. I love that, Saul. And then Anna, just understanding, honoring, you have to honor and follow the task and trust. The running theme here is trust in your mentor if you're really paying attention here, and that the bigger ranks actually don't define your growth. So if you are just starting out your journey, you don't have the massive success when you're looking for the right sponsor to sponsor you, look at the activity. That just because they may not have the big rank yet, look at what the feet are doing. Watch the feet, not the mouth. And that is where you're going to really grow. That's what defines, your success is the growth, not the rank. I love that. And then Meredith here, definitely someone who believes in you and just serves you, and the belief in that your sponsor believes in you will go so far. So, panelists, the last question to wrap it up, and it's a good one here. They say that true mentorship doesn't begin until you have a disagreement with your sponsor and your mentor or sponsor tells you something that you don't necessarily want to hear or that you want to do, but they know that it's best for you and you did it anyway. Can you give us an example or a time that this happened directly with you and your current sponsor? That, and then one word to sum up that people can take away today, just one thing to sum up that a nugget that people can take away today and really that will serve them in their journey in this profession, because for those who are just starting out, what they're about to embark on. So just one thing that they can hold on to that will really help serve them. So it's kind of a two-part question, but the first part is kind of a funny one.
Am I going first, Rachel? I'm ready. Okay, cool. So I'm going to do them in reverse orders because I can think of so many examples of the first one that I want to say the second one before I forget it. And the second one is, the one word is actually three words, but we're going to lump them all together. It is trust but verify. And what I mean is, if whoever's trying to enroll you or sponsor or whatever is like, I'm going to do this, blah, 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 I'm the greatest thing in the world, okay, trust them. I always want to trust people at their word. And then verify. See what they do. Abraham Joshua Hessel was asked, why did he march with Martin Luther King? And he said, sometimes you have to pray with your feet. So watch their feet. So in terms of being asked to do something that I think was out of my comfort zone or when conflict begins, there's just been so many, many, many of those. I can't even begin to recount. But one thing that I will say is, I live here in Silicon Valley, and tons of my friends work for small companies you might have heard of, like Facebook, Google, Tesla, Oracle, and some other small companies you might have heard of, Apple. And I hadn't really approached any of those people because I just assumed that they were set. They make a lot of money, a lot of them, right? But what they don't have is leverage or time freedom at all. They have golden handcuffs. And so Romacio said, you know what, you need to start taking these people out to lunch and showing them what we have and talking to them. And I've done that. And it's been extremely uncomfortable for me, but has grown my skill set and my mindset, and also has unlocked some great conversations. And I'm going to say, talking to successful people is a lot easier than talking to broke people. And with that, I will pass.
Awesome. Anna.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. I agree with you, Saul. I might have been on that same conversation. But to answer that question, absolutely a good mentor is one that helps you look in the mirror at yourself. And, there's an old saying, if you're not growing, you're dying. And I fully believe this happens to so many people, including myself at one point in my life. And, that was one of the many, many, many nuggets that was given to me, you have to keep moving forward. I was going through a hard time in life, and a mentor that you choose typically is not just going to help you one area of your life. They're going to help you in so many areas of your life. I feel the purpose of a mentor is to help you see the things you can't see, right? So those are the things that will move you along in your life. And so for me, I can go on all night long as the things that my mentor has brought to light for me. I highly recommend everybody find a mentor in any area of your life because it's needed. there's people out there that are supposed to help you grow. You run into people every day. It doesn't matter if it's in business or spiritually or physically or whatever area of your life. We all have mentors. Our parents are our first mentors in life, right? And so you just have to remember that everyone you'll ever meet knows something that you don't know. And if you're open to learning, not only from them, but be open to literally the wealth of knowledge and growth that you're able to receive from anyone, from your mentor especially. And that's a person who you really want in your life. And, you know, we have mentors, like I said, throughout our whole life, but you'll learn something from every single person that is out there. And so the one word that I have is absolutely believe, capital B-E-L-I-E-V, believe. Just believe in yourself, believe in your people, believe in your mentor, just believe in life, believe there's more. Absolutely just believe. That's the one word that has changed my life. And I will pass along to Meredith.
All right. So there have been many, many, many things that he has had me do that definitely get out of my comfort zone. But most of them are anytime he tells me that I need to get on a webinar or do an international call. And you know what, for me, it's really hard to narrow it down to one word. So I'm just going to say a couple. So really trust the person that you choose to be your mentor. Like Saul said, verify so that you can trust them, and trust them to lead you. You need to submit and be coachable. So when you have a mentor, don't fight them. I mean, you can have your arguments, but in the back of your mind, know that what they're telling you is really for your own good. They can see from outside the picture what's going on. When you're inside with blinders, you don't see the big picture. So you just need to trust them to lead you and submit and be coachable.
Boom. Well, there you have it. Ladies and gentlemen, trust but verify, believe, and submit. 3 panelists today, Saul, Anna, Meredith, thank you so much. That was absolute gold. I encourage each and every single one of you to go back, listen to this replay, and what I want to do is quickly just sum up all of there's 7 key characteristics that you want to look for in a sponsor that I've taken from what the real people in the profession, what their sponsors have done for them. And if you didn't know here, it looks like the running theme that the sponsor, whether it may not have been the physical sponsor, but internally swooped down to sponsor and mentor the individuals, the panelists on the call today, is none other than Romacio Fulcher. So you definitely want to make sure you're listening to the wisdom that he brings and organizes through this call weekly. But to sum it up, number 1, if you're taking notes, character. Do their values, your sponsor, align with what yours are? And this is all from nuggets that were shared today. Number 2, production, their results. And I'll add, most importantly, what are the results lately? Not 5, 10, or 20 years ago ghost stories, right? Number 3, a proven system. Do they have a specific game plan? Not generic, but they'll actually take the time to lay out a plan specifically tailored for you that will help you in your business. Number 4, when looking for a sponsor, what to look for? Growth. If they don't have the success yet, do they value ongoing learning and growth in the field? If you're not growing, you're dying. If you can only teach me as much as you have learned yourself. So that you want to make sure they're growing. Number 5, the wisdom and willingness to serve and share with you their skills, their knowledge, and expertise. Number 6, truth. Will they always tell you the truth and provide guidance and constructive feedback on what you actually need to hear, even though you may not want to do it? And then I'll add the 7th point here when looking for your mentor, and this may be the biggest one of all. And I know this is why my husband and myself, in our personal sponsor, why we were able to really capture his attention and maximize, squeeze the most out of them to help us in our journey. Number 7, season. If you can catch the right mentor or find a good sponsor in the right season and really keep your eyes, ears open to see, hear, feel, and know the season that they are at in their current build, that will serve you so much, because it's the difference of someone, like I said, having the knowledge, the know-how, but they're past the season, rightfully so, where they can go just spend all their days with their family and, go to the beach and vacation, sip Mai Tais, but recognizing what season your sponsor is in. Are they hungry? Are they really going to take the time to guide you in the right direction? And so I'll end with this. You may have a physical sponsor, but seek out the person who has the results that you want, and you can adopt a internal sponsor. That's the running theme here. So I've asked actually Romacio Fulcher himself. He told me there are 2 reasons why he stayed in network marketing, why he stayed in this profession and has gone on to make multi-millions. He said, number 1, he truly believes that this is what God wants him to do. And number 2, he had a crystal clear picture from his sponsor, and that's what we all have had the honor of being able to have from Romacio himself, a crystal clear picture from our sponsor of what is possible. He's always given us a crystal clear example through the winter, through the spring, through the summer, and the harvest, the fall, from people maybe throwing darts at us, talking bad, or the ones that tell you no, the people that quit on you the day after they get started, the whole 9 yards. But he's given us an example of what it really takes to be a professional in this industry, and that example is definitely cemented in my brain, and that's what gets me through every season that I'm involved in. I know for my husband as well in network marketing as we build. So, ladies and gentlemen, that wraps up the call. We love each and every single one of you here at the Keep It Pro training call, brought to you weekly by Networking Wisdom, the number 16 income earner in the entire world, none other than Romacio Fulcher. With that,